Robert Kubica. It's going to be an amazing stage for Robert Kubica. First time in the Fiesta World Rally Car on a World Rally. Quickest time through.
It's an absolutely incredible start for Kubica.
Very, very difficult. Then we did mistake. We did some modification on the car, and we didn't lock the extra lights, so the lights were bouncing in the high speed. I couldn't see anything in high speed, but it's long rally, and this was most difficult stage of my life, definitely.
The most difficult stage of his life then, who would have thought it? Kubica leads Rallye Monte Carlo after the opening stage. Bouffier in second, Sébastien Ogier in third. In conditions similar to this last year, he didn't want to do that again. Caution was the name of the game. Caution didn't appear to be the name of the game though for Kubica, still continuing to set incredible times. Let's just follow him on stage 2.
You can see now what's happening is all the cuts are now getting really, really muddy. So as well as a bit of slush, there's a lot of mud. As he could be, needed to be braver in the muddier corners. This was a man who wasn't worried about being brave.
Speed was no issue for Kubica. He had it in bucket loads. Let's take a look at that on board.
Obviously pace notes in Polish, a little bit of English and a little bit of Italian.
Maciek Szczepaniak stepping in to co-drive for Kubica this year. We've seen him with Kosciuszko in the past, of course. Brian Bouffier then leading at the end of day one, Chris Meek in second, Kubica in third. Would you have imagined that top three at the start of the day? Probably not. Then we have Mikkelsen 9th position and Jaroslav Melešarek in 10th position overall.
I'm pretty pleased, although it haven't been a lot of fun because the conditions were very difficult, and yeah, it's nice. I'm more pleased to be here, and that I'm back with you know, no damages on the car, and of course when you are leading after two stages and then yeah, you get caught by a lot of snow in one stage, and we lost nearly 1.5 minutes. It's always painful, but I have to be realistic, and if someone would tell me that I will win 2 stages in day one in Monte Carlo, I will sign it straight away. So I'm very, very happy, and okay, could be better, but to be honest, we have to be satisfied with what we did today, and the conditions were extremely difficult, and yeah, I was nearly putting the 2 snow tires in my boot before leaving for the first loop, but then weather forecast was not, our weather forecast was not predicting snow, so we say there is no reason, and there was a reason, because because actually there was a lot of snow, and stage 1 was the most difficult, I think, because ice crews, they say there is no ice, actually nearly dry first bit of the stage, and yeah, after 3-4 Ks it was damp, and then suddenly we went into the 6th gear corner and completely icy, and I was not expecting, so I was very lucky there.